Hi and good morning. We're going to make caramel corn this morning. And caramel corn is one of those things, I don't know why I don't choose to make it in the middle of summer, but I don't. But for me, it's one of those fall things, like when you do taffy apples, you do caramel corn. I don't know, maybe when I lived in the Midwest for a long time, maybe that's what they did then, but I kind of carried it over into my California lifestyle. Now, caramel corn, I think to me is just a delicious, lovely treat. When I was in Costco the other day, I saw something that I thought was really quite exciting, and I bought it. And it's this. It is cheese, popcorn, and caramel corn combined. My two favorite things. Well, when I opened it up and got into the bag, I was a little disappointed because it was 80% cheese, 10% caramel corn. I thought, well, that doesn't work for me. I don't like that. So I thought, well, why don't I just make caramel corn, combine it with this, have the best of both worlds. So that's what we're going to do. I thought that was a pretty smart thing to do. Now, in the pan that you're going to use, this is a cast iron, and it is a very heavy Dutch oven. You want to use something like this. If you use a very, very thin metal pan, it's going to be hard for you to control the heat. It's going to have to cook to 350 degrees. You're going to have to be very careful. You also want to have it deep enough so that as the volume comes up on this, you have enough room and you're not running out because it is going to expand on you. So into this, we are going to put 1.5 cups of sugar. We're going to put in light corn syrup, 1/2 cup. There. Get all of that in there. It's all good flavor. We want 1/2 cup of packed dark brown sugar. You always pack brown sugar. Always. Just like that. Whoa, that was generous there. And you know it's well packed when it does that. And then we want 4 tablespoons of butter. Just like that. Now then, we're going to take it to the stove. I'm going to bring it up to a boil. Once it's to a boil, I'm going to cover it for 2 minutes. And then we're going to just stay with it until it boils to 300 degrees. I think I said 350 before. It's 300. All right? So come on over with me. We're going to get this started. I want to make sure it's well incorporated, so I'll just get a whisk here. And I will use the whisk in a minute, but right now, what I'm going to do is just use this to just get it incorporated. This is really a lovely recipe. It really is. You really do have to watch the timing on it. It's very important. If you go over that 300 degrees, it's going to be too hard, and the caramel will be very, very hard to get through. So you want to watch that. There's a lot of different thermometers out there, and I will tell you, from my opinion, the worst one is this one. I bought it yesterday because mine broke. So when you have a glass thermometer like this, you do have the possibility that it is going to break on you. And it broke in the drawer. It's not going to break, while it's cooking, but it broke in the drawer. So this isn't the one I wanted. The one I wanted is all metal, and it just has the thermometer in the middle of it, and it clips onto your pan. But they didn't have it, and this is all they had, so I thought, well, I'll just get it. It was $5, The other one's 10. Trust me, the other one's worth the extra 5. And when I brought this yesterday and tried to make caramel corn for you, I couldn't control the heat. And this steams up, so I couldn't even see what it was. So my caramel went to like 360 degrees. Ruin the whole thing. So be very, very careful. So we're going to try a different type of thermometer today. So I'm going to let this, take a look at what this looks like right now. It's just all junky, just like that. We want to stir it, and that'll melt. Everything will melt, and then we will start timing it once it boils. Okay, I'll be back. You can take a look at this so you can see what it's looking like as it's melting and all coming together. And it's just starting to boil. When it comes to a full boil, then I'm going to put the cover on it. We're going to boil for 2 minutes with the cover on. Okay. So if you'll take a look at this, we've come to a boil. So I want you to see what that is looking like, and that's what we want. Now we're going to cover it for 2 minutes. What this is doing is actually the steam that it's creating is taking those pieces that have crystallized along the side of your pan, and it's evaporating them back into your mixture. All right, we're at our 2 minutes. Look at how beautiful that is looking. And now we're going to stir. We don't want this to burn. We need to get to 300 degrees. There it is. Now, if I would have just done this yesterday, I wouldn't have ruined a whole batch. But you know what? It's okay. I don't think anybody really becomes a good cook without a whole lot of failures. But they're not failures. They're just learning experiences. All right, 300 degrees. We're there. Now, this is when we're going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Now watch what's going to happen here. You shut your burner off. See what it's doing? See how it's changing the complexity of that syrup? All right. I think we're good. Now, I have already prepared 10 cups of popcorn, which we have right over here. And it's now about just pouring this in. Oh, it's lovely. Okay. If you like peanuts, this is the time. If you don't like peanuts, leave them out. All incorporated. Because I couldn't control the temperature yesterday with that stupid thermometer I bought, it ended up getting really, really hard, a hard ball, which you can't control. So I couldn't get all the popcorn covered, and poor cameraman, he said, "Oh, I got gypped on caramel." And I said, "No, you got caramel. You're just going to have to suck on it for 2 days." There. You have to work kind of fast with this, you guys, because it will harden up on you. It's supposed to harden up on you. Now I want to talk to you about the popcorn. I don't know if you're really good at popping popcorn. I'm not. I always end up with half-popped kernels on the bottom. I end up with some that have singed a little bit, and it's just, you know, it's not perfect popcorn. Well, I wanted perfect popcorn for this. So when I was at Costco yesterday, I bought perfect popcorn. This is so good. It's so good, you guys. Every kernel is perfection. There's no burnt, there's no half kernels. It's perfection. So I figured I'd save myself a whole lot of time. And this calls for 10 cups of popped popcorn. So if you want to pop your own, which is perfectly fine to do, I did it a lot of years, then it's going to be 1/2 cup of kernels will create 10 cups of popcorn. Cool, huh? All right, now if you want to make popcorn balls, all you're going to do at this stage is just grease your hands, put some butter on them, and just get it and roll them into a ball. Put them into a nice little cellophane bag with a bow on it, and I'm telling you, they make great, great gifts, especially for fall, because I like kind of decorating them up for fall. All righty. I think we have success, Houston. All righty. Now, I am going to give this a taste because I am excited to taste this one. This has got perfect popcorn, perfect caramel, and a couple of peanuts. It has to be excellent. Perfection. Perfection. So, enjoy. Ingredients are listed below. Subscribe. Thumbs up. And right now, this is so good I could do a happy dance. So, while I do my happy dance, you have a wonderful rest of your day. See you on the next video. Bye.